Hello everyone, Kryptonite here, and in today's video I bring you some tips and tricks that I wish I knew when I started playing my time at Sandrock. If you liked the video and find it helpful, make sure you hit that like button. And if there's any tips and tricks that I might have missed that you would like to help the community out on, make sure you drop a comment down below and hit that subscribe button as well. So the first tip I'm going to cover is to do with the machines that you'll be able to build yourself. I highly recommend at the start of the game building at least 2 of the machines, as you will always be needing more and more resources. So as you can see, I've got a couple of foundries and I've got a couple of recyclers as well. The main reason why I say to have 2 of each machine is, as you can see here as an example with my foundries, I've got copper bars and bronze bars smelting at the same time. So I don't have to just load one that I have and have to wait for that to be complete before I can put any more resources in. And that also goes on to the next tip, that make sure every day you are processing resources, because as you can see, the time it takes to process the resources are linked to the in-game time, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. So you don't want to become stuck and have to craft some resources and then wait around for it. So what I like to do is, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I like to get some resources processing while I carry on with my day-to-day tasks. Another thing that I like to do as soon as I wake up in the morning nice and fresh is I like to go out and gather all my resources. I do highly recommend trying to use all of your stamina every day and gather as much resources as possible. But gathering resources is the only thing that really replenishes your stamina, so it's definitely worth doing as much resource gathering as you can in the game. Or whether you are down in the mines gathering your copper ores and finding yourself plenty of data discs. Talking about data discs, I highly recommend doing exactly the same with your data disk and your research as you do your resources. Try and have something resourcing at all times. So as you can see at the moment, I've got the drying rack. It's always worth having something researching so you can upgrade your machinery and get more and more items built. So my next tip is to do with inventory space. Now, unlike other games, this game doesn't supply you with backpacks and items to expand your inventory space. But what you can do, and something I highly recommend doing early on, because trust me, you will be filling up your inventory extremely quickly, is head over to the end of your inventory slots. As you can see, I've got 2 pages. Is if you click this plus button here, you can buy backpack slots. So as you can see, I can buy 5 more, but I'm pretty okay for now, so I won't bother at the moment. As I said, I do highly recommend doing that, as you will be filling up your inventory space extremely quickly. Now, another way to manage your inventory, and another thing that I absolutely love about this game, is you can craft yourselves little wooden chests like this, and you can also rename them to make things a lot easier and more organized. You can make these through the work table, and if we just go here, you can see mini storage box. All it takes is wood, which is a plentiful resource. Now, the one thing that I absolutely love about this game is you have cloud storage. So anything that you put into your chests, whether it's at the assembly or whether it's at the work table here, if we have a quick look, as you can see, I have no wood in my inventory. If we go onto the work table, we can still craft ourselves a mini storage because it is detecting the wood that we have in a chest over there. So it's definitely a massive bonus for this game, and something that I absolutely love. As everyone is aware, in Sandrock, water is very scarce and very hard to come by, which is a little bit of a shame because we do require water to power our machines. Now, there are a few ways of getting water. One of the easiest ways, but it does take a little bit of time, is you just want to go around and gather some resources from your plants. And also, if you head over to your little cactus trees, you will find these bull cactus. Once you harvest them, you will get what you call dew. And with that dew, you can head over to your work table, and it takes 10 dew to be able to craft water. I can see there, and then you can put it in your water tank. The other way to get water, which does cost money, so it's up to you whether you want to take the time or you want to buy the waters. If we head over here to the water tower, just at the shop here, we can purchase water here. So it costs us 56 ghoul to be able to purchase 1 water bucket. So you can do it that way if you really want to. But I like to try and save my money for much nicer things. So saving money and spending it wisely brings us over to the Commerce Guild, and at the Commerce Guild store, we can buy blueprints. Now, I do recommend saving your money and buying as many of these blueprints as you can as soon as you can. Something you need to bear in mind is the market price. So try and buy them when this is at a minus. And if you want to sell items, I would recommend selling them when it's at a plus. You will get more profit. And while we're here at the Commerce Guild, we will go here to the commissions board. Now at the start of the game, early game, you will only be able to complete one commission at a time and one per day. So I do highly recommend doing these every day. As you can see, it's a nice easy way to get money and experience, but most importantly, it does also increase your workshop rating. Now if we head over here to the workshop rankings, as you can see here, I'm down in 5th place at the moment, but slowly climbing. As you can see, you have monthly rewards and annual workshop rewards. So it's definitely worth trying to get as many workshop points as you can. Now for our final couple of tips of the video, as it is getting late in the day, which will lead us to our last and final tip. But before that one, something I do highly recommend doing is getting the Feather Duster blueprint and crafting the Feather Duster. As you can see here, the resources are pretty easy to get hold of. And what you want to use the Feather Duster for is to keep your machines clean and free of dust and sand. So as you can imagine, we are in the desert, so sandstorms do occur and sand does blow around as well, and what it does is clogs up machines and makes them inefficient. So we want to go around with our duster whenever we see little patches of sand, and we want to keep them nice and clean. As you can see, mine are pretty clean, so I can't give an example of this, but that's what happens. Basically you get a little shimmer and they will be in good working order. And that leaves us to the final tip of the video, and that is when is the best time to get some sleep. So once you have done all of your daily duties, you've spoke to whoever you want to, you've explored whatever you want to explore, and mainly you've used up all your stamina, it is time to go to bed. The days at Sandrock do end at 3 AM, but ideally you don't want to be staying up that late, because if you do not sleep before 3 AM, you will pass out. So make sure you head to bed anytime before 3 AM. I do highly recommend going to bed before 12, because if you do manage to go to bed before 12 at midnight, you will get these two buffs here on a daily basis. Because you are well rested, you will gain experience for 1 day, which is 10%, and you will also receive an extra point of XP towards a knowledge point for 1 day. So it's definitely worth trying to get an early night's sleep and a good night rest, so you're fully prepared for the next day. So there we are everyone, there are some tips and tricks that I wish I knew when I first started playing Sandrock. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe for more Sandrock content. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.